Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Joshua Raef. I'm the owner-operator of the new Chick-fil-a at Georgia Street. I was at the mall for 4 years and moved out to this one, which is opening in August of 2011.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about what you do on a daily basis. Who exactly you are as the owner, kind of your day in, day out business.
Well, I mean, it depends on what phase of your business you're in, but I've found that once we got our feet wet and we became more and more successful, I was actually able to pull out of the business more. And so with my day-to-day, I'm able to touch base with my employees and build those relationships, whereas the nitty-gritty of the operations I'm able to delegate to those under me. So a lot of during the day I'm visiting with my guests, with my employees, working on long-term plans, working on big picture stuff, and also getting out into the community.
Right, awesome. So tell me about when you were just starting out and now, and then kind of transition to where you are today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when we came into our first assignment in the mall, it was me and a friend and literally the owners of the other Chick-fil-a and his wife. We were running the whole restaurant by ourselves. We lost the entire crew except for 6 people. Except for 2 people in the first 6 weeks. And so, I mean, it was a roll up your sleeves. And for really a year or two, we just tried to focus on doing things right. But it was a lot of me working open to closes and working every day, just working a shift. And the transition has been amazing for me and for my family because I actually get to see them now. But the real linchpin turning point came when I decided I wasn't going to hire people that work for me out of desperation, that I was going to start, we were going to be willing to be shorthanded for however long it took till we started finding the right people to come into our organization. And once that happened, it's been a lot better.
What motivates you to get up and go to work every day?
Okay. The saying is that if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And I would say I've definitely found that calling. It's something, when I was 15 and got a job here, I never thought I would make a life calling, but I see it now as a ministry, and where we can actually, even though we happen to sell a really great chicken sandwich, we can actually make a positive difference in people's lives by making their day better. And so, having a mission like that and a vision to be a positive influence in people's lives really helps me and drives me to get up every morning. I love it.
Awesome. So how do you manage your work-life balance? That's kind of hard for some people and easier for others.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and nobody does it perfectly. I think we all go through phases, but I know for me, and again, anything I've learned, I've had mentors and I've read business books. I read them all the time, and because I believe I'm not that creative of a person, but I do steal a lot of really great ideas and just use them. But one of the best business decisions I've ever made was to start taking a family day every week. Because in my business, we're closed on Sundays, but I'd be working 6 other days a week and wouldn't have but one day for my family. So it didn't seem right for me at the time, but I said, you know what, we're going to do another day off, whether that's a Tuesday or a Saturday, and it's been the best decision I've made, because even though maybe the team thought they needed me, once I started taking that time out and devoting it to my family and cutting work loose, actually helped the team grow too, and they learned to manage themselves better because I wasn't micromanaging. It's been great for my family life.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, so what keeps you going when you come across overwhelming challenges?
Planning. I mean, I try to get ahead of the challenges before they become a problem. Leadership can be reactionary, or it can be grabbing the bull by the horns and taking care of things before they become problems. So every Sunday night I plan each week out and prioritize what is most important and then what's just urgent. And so when those challenges come, and they inevitably will, even when you plan, the best laid plans of mice and men gang doth declare, as the saying goes. So when they do come out, I feel like we're a lot better prepared to handle them, because if you have systems and the right people with you, again, it comes back to people. You have the right people with you, you can overcome those challenges a lot easier, and you know it's going to get better on the other side if you have that attitude that it is. Positive attitude's everything.
Okay. Do the values of your business line up with your personal goals or personal values that you're trying to reach?
Absolutely. I mean, at one point I wanted to be a pastor and go into full-time ministry. When I discerned that wasn't God's will in my life, I realized that the values of the business I'm in actually really align with that, and it is sort of a ministry to that there are a lot of people who are hurting in our world, and that we as capitalists, we as entrepreneurs, even though we provide services, whether it be a bar of soap or a chicken sandwich or a new car, we can still touch people's lives because we're entering in their lives either in a small way or a big way. So why not give them great service and try to find out more about who they are? So,
very good. So what would be some advice that you'd give to entrepreneurs? Maybe they're in the growing or they're starting out. What advice would you give?
I would say have a positive attitude. When you get to the point that you have to select whether it's 1 or 5 people, that you take the time to select the right people and that you have them in the right positions. And then also to embrace a planning mindset, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever works for you. Plan, select the right people, and have a positive attitude.
Okay, all great advice. One thing that we want to know is what value do you get out of the Enterprise Center? You come every once in a while. What value do you get from us?
Yeah, and even though I come from a different perspective where I'm a franchisee of a chain, I think the Enterprise Center is one of the gems in the Panhandle, in that it gives a lot of great resources to young entrepreneurs like myself, and especially the ones who are just starting out from nothing. I've benefited a lot from the lunch and learns that the Enterprise Center holds monthly. I've learned from other leaders in the Amarillo area, have been invaluable to me. I still go back to those notes, and I still love going to those lunch and learns. So I love the Enterprise Center.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.